Next up is the New Democratic candidate, Noah Evanchuk.
Well, thank you everyone for attending. I must say I'm blown away by the number of people who are here at the Cathedral Forum. As a former resident of the Cathedral neighborhood and a proud former resident of the Cathedral neighborhood, it's so exciting to see a cross-section of our society here willing to put our feet to the fire, us candidates, our feet to the fire, and really challenge us and engage us in this process. I want to thank, first off, all of the other candidates who are here before you today. This is not an easy process for any of us. It shows our commitment to our country and our commitment to our democracy. And although we do have some policy differences, and I can assure you in some cases very big policy differences, really it's a matter of degree. We see what's going on across the world. We see people fighting and dying for just to have the right to enter a ballot box, a ballot booth, and mark their name on that ballot. And we should never take that for granted. Now, the reason I'm running, I'm 31 years old. I'm a practicing lawyer here in Regina at Andrews Banco. That law practice takes me all over the province, oftentimes in Moose Jaw as well. I have primarily an advocacy-based focus aimed at young people and individuals with mental health problems. And what I've seen in this city and across the province in recent years is that average everyday people are struggling to get ahead. Whether you're a young person who's taking out student loans and getting deeper and deeper in debt, not being able to afford your rent. As the guy in New York State running for governor said, the rent is too damn high. We see seniors struggling on fixed incomes, not being able to deal with the increased cost of living. And we see parents, and I'm glad to see, here today to see a number of parents with their kids to attend the forum. And I'm actually really, really tickled pink that my daughter Mila, my 4-year-old, is here in the audience as well, taking in her daddy. Her daddy's performance. Hi, Mila. And that's why I'm in this, friends, is I want to make life easier for you, all of you. There are a number of doable things we can do in this parliament and this election. Don't let anyone tell you there's such a thing as an unnecessary election. It should never be unnecessary for citizens. It should never be an unnecessary thing for citizens to choose the direction of their country. And I'm proud to put my name forward because I don't like the direction of our country right now. We've been in Afghanistan for longer than we've been in both the Second and First World Wars combined. As your MP, I'm going to fight to bring back the troops home immediately. I don't think it's right that climate change is not being addressed by this government, and I'm going to push to have immediate targets put in through the implementation of the Climate Change Accountability Act, which I might add was killed in the last Parliament by the unelected Senate. And that's another thing, is democratic reform, bringing in an abolitionment of the Senate by way of a referendum to the people of Canada. And this is something I've heard a lot of on the doorstep, but also I might add, changing our electoral system and bringing in proportional representation. Because, friends, I think most of you would agree with me, it is unfair that 900,000 people voted for a particular party in the last election and they did not have representation in the House of Commons. So I look forward to a day when I can sit next to me in the House of Commons, even though she's of a different party, Larissa Shasko, someone I have a great deal of respect for. So and don't let anyone tell you you have no choice in this election. Canadian politics is not just a choice between the red team and the blue team, Coke and Pepsi. At the end of the day, those are both just sugar water. But what I'm offering you, what I'm offering you in this election is good old-fashioned orange juice orange. It's got vitamin C, and it's good for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to deal with our healthcare system. We're going to expand it for future generations to deal with that aging population. We're going to deal with pensions. We're going to double the CPP. We're going to bring ethics and accountability back into Parliament. I think it is shameful that our Parliament, in the House of Commons, a government was held in contempt for the first time in the history of the Westminster model. I don't think it is shameful and it's unethical. If I were to act like that in my day-to-day life as a lawyer, I'd get disbarred. And my daughter, who's I can hear talking in the background, leaned over to me the other day when we were watching clips of Question Period and said, "Daddy, those grouchy men need a timeout." What I'm calling on you to do on May 2nd is to give Stephen Harper a timeout. Vote NDP. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it turns out, Noah, you timed out just about perfectly on 5 minutes.
Training as a trial lawyer.